Hi, welcome everybody to the newest AMA in the Seedify HODLers channel. Today is Liz and Maxim from Nomad Exiles, the next IGO on Seedify. You already know myself as for Seedify. It's a gaming launchpad that you need to hold at least 250 SFUNDs in order to participate on the IGO. And as for us, the Seedify HODLers, we are a non-related community to Seedify. We just like to show the people from Seedify how we like to show the projects and have AMAs with them so they can get to know more about the games and the people behind them. That's from my part. So if you want to introduce yourself, Liz, Maxim, I appreciate it, and thank you for joining me today.
Okay, hi. It's really nice being here. Yeah, my name is Liz. I'm kind of the investor relations manager here at Pride Game Studio, and I also manage some of the marketing processes here. And it's really great to be here.
Yeah, my name is Maxim. I'm the CPO of the Nomad Exiles project and the executive producer of Pride Game Studio. I have about 18 years experience in game development. I started as a 3D artist and finally became a producer. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So now starting with the questions, if you had 2 minutes to describe what Nomad Exiles is it and why people should get to know about it, what would you say?
Okay, I can take this one. It's very hard to describe our project in like 2 minutes because it's a lot of things at the same time. But I would say that this is an exciting new play to earn project based on a play to earn model of monetization where players can earn in the game and have fun at the same time. I think basically it's all of the opportunities for the players, and they're all very interesting. You can explore the dungeons, you can shop in the marketplace, you can battle with other players in the arena, and all of these aspects are going to be in the game. So that's very exciting for them, I think. And yeah, basically, a demo of the game already exists. You can see it for yourself, all of the assets, all of that. And we have a game that we base this project on. So you can kind of see what it's going to look like, the finished project. Obviously, not right now, but in the nearest future, hopefully, it's going to look as great as that.
Okay, thank you. That's very interesting. We gotta get to know more about it during this AMA. So now this is kind of a difficult question for the projects. Are there any projects similar to Nomad on the blockchain, and why would you say that you differentiate from them?
Well, let me answer this. Well, most of projects that we see on blockchain are not so about the game, not so about the entertainment of the player, but mostly about the earning and our experience, our advantage, as we see, is we can bring entertainment, we can bring fun to the games on blockchain. We have years of experience in traditional game development for mobile markets, for AAA projects. And we know the role of game design, we know the role of storytelling, we know the role of character progression. And that is our main advantage is we see the entertainment. Games are about entertainment, about to entertain the players, people, and opportunity to have some uh, bonuses. I mean, earn mechanics. It's interesting, but gameplay is first.
Okay, thank you. Now you talked about gameplay. Can you explain how we can start playing the game? Is it mandatory to buy a character or NFT to start playing, or is it free to play?
No, it's not mandatory to start the game with NFT. You can start playing just for free, but you will need to take some challenges to spend more time. And finally, you can win a chest, a loot box, with a chance to win NFT. And with this NFT, you can start to play on earn mechanics and have some earning in the game.
Okay, thank you. And you just talked about the mechanics of the game. Can you elaborate how they work? Is it like I click to earn, or is it a time turn-based game, or is it like a mobile? How does it work?
Well, it works as a RPG game. There will be a story. There will be a series of quests. There will be turn-based battles. We switch to turn-based battles because we need to protect our players from fraud and from cheating. So it's a technical decision to move all calculation in the game to our server and protect this server as much as we can. Uh, there will be a deep character progression with different resources that you can spend and find in the game, and some pretty common mechanics for traditional market, such as daily rewards, daily quests, and so on.
Okay, thank you. Now, when we start to play the game, you need to choose a class, like the barbarians, for example. Are there any benefits on choosing one instead of the other, or is just like aesthetics?
No, not just about aesthetics. All classes will have their own buffs and debuffs. For example, barbarians will have some bleeding opportunity and some resistance uh, to poisoning, for example. And undead class will have opportunity to poison and some resistance to bleeding. And the balance of this class will be the core of gameplay and the most interesting and tactical thing in the game.
Okay, thank you. Now going into the characters themselves. There are different characters in the game. In each class, there are going to be different characters, I suppose. Um, does the characters in the classes differ from each other, or can we like upgrade those characters, or no?
Yes, there will be fractions, as we talked about it a bit earlier. It's barbarians, it's orcs, it's undead, and in each fraction there will be classes: a warrior, an archer, and the magician. They will look different, they will behave different, they will have their own abilities, their own skills, and using the right way, creating characters in the right way is the best way to the win in the game.
Okay, thank you. And now, when I enter your webpage, I see that there are going to be a different location in the game, like the arena, the base. Can we go to all the other locations from our base, or there's some restrictions? Like to go to the arena, you need to be a level 10 or something like that.
Yeah, there will be some restrictions because there should be uh, correct matchmaking. So we're currently developing this mechanic, considering the matchmaking. But also speaking on if you can go to any location, like in other RPG games, first of all, you need to open this location in the plot on the story, and after it, you can visit this location and find resources you need.
Okay, thank you. Now, starting with the play to earn mechanic you talked about before. First of all, is going to be all PvP, or there's going to be PvE?
Well, there will be and the PvP and PvE. And speaking on mechanics, there will be leaderboards for each activity, and that should be funny.
Okay, and one I've seen in many games that at the beginning the rewards are going to be like very big. Do you plan to decrease accordingly to fit the tokenomics, or is going to be the same rewards from the beginning to the end?
It's a very interesting question. Our tokenomics is a limited token supply, and the number of tokens that we can use in the game is limited. We know that, and we have, I say, equal number for each month that we can spend in tokens, and we try to make by game design and by game mechanics the rewards more interesting for the players.
Okay.
I would say, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I now in game there are going to be objects like the potions. Are they going to be tradable? And if yes, how can we buy or sell the in-game objects?
Speaking on in-game objects, we are currently developing these mechanics. These mechanics we have in our base game called Exile Survival. So there are traders, there are some kind of trading, and we are going to have some rare items, some rare resources that players could trade to each other.
Okay, thank you. Now going to the tokenomics of the game, can you elaborate about how does the Nomad token works? What are the utilities of the token apart from being a token?
Well, the main utility of the tokens are our NFTs and value of these NFTs, because we will have our own marketplace where NFTs will be where users could buy and sell for our own token. So the value of this token is about NFTs, the value of NFTs, the value of the game. Speaking about the value of the tokens, we are supposed to have burning mechanics for the first year. So we will take commission from every transaction in the game and burn it in the first year. Speaking on value of the token is ability to earn some tokens in the game, and we will have Liz, can you help me a bit about the rewards in game and the utility of the token?
Okay,
Oh
thank
yeah.
you. Go ahead,
There
go
are
ahead.
sorry. No, there are different mechanics for income in the game. Some of them we can't elaborate about right now, but basically, the reward system in the game, there are going to be leaderboards. Player of the day receives a reward, and it's related to the token as well. And there are different like caves, cave-ins that you can explore, and you might something valuable there as well. And of course, the token itself is going to function. It's going to have a lot of different functions. And I think what Maxim said was pretty precise about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
also going to have token staking and NFT staking.
Okay, and you just talked about the NFT staking. Are there any utilities to the NFTs apart from, well, is there any other utilities to the NFTs that just having a character in the game? Apart,
Uh,
you talked about staking, but I don't know how will it work. If it's staked, can we play with it or no?
no, we're supposed to. You can play this NFT in the game, but through the time you will have better characteristics that related to this NFT, and this NFT will have more value that it was before, and you can sell it with with some profit, I suppose.
Okay, thank you. Now, a lot of people wants to know, just like a quick question. Do you plan on listing on any sex, or when do you plan listing? Because now everything is getting delayed, so people want to know if the IGO is going to be next week. When are you going to launch and where?
Yeah, okay, I can take this one, I think. So the DEX listing is planned for around 25th, so we're gonna list on PancakeSwap, and then the SEX listing closer to the 31st of March, and we are in talks with like big names like Gate and KuCoin, etc. And the IDOs are planned from the 17th to the 23rd of March. And basically, there's also a big list of launchpads. We can name some names, including Seedify, which I believe happens on the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's Rosie on Pad, and there are a lot of people that we decided to go for many different launch pads in order to attract the attention of the community and get as many people from various countries as possible.
Okay, thank you. And now going into the security audits of the NFTs, a lot of people is worried that their funds gonna be stolen, or the NFT is gonna be a, a bad NFT to their wallet. Who is doing the security audits, and how are you preventing fraudulent use of the NFT in game?
Yeah, this is kind of a tricky moment here because we can't really, at the moment, we can't disclose who are we doing the audit with, but we are doing one because it's impossible to list without getting one. We can't do a CX without getting an audit first. But for now, we're talking with some companies and we're choosing the most comfortable option for us. Is sometimes companies have a very long wait list, but once the audit is finished, we will of course announce it immediately on our socials and tell everybody what's it going to be like, because obviously without an audit we can't really function. And for the NFTs, how we can prevent fraudulent use of those, for one thing, we have our own marketplace, and of course we have a team that has experience in that field, and we will monitor all of those transactions that happen.
Okay, thank you. And now we're gonna be with my last question for you, and then we're gonna go with the community questions. What are your plans in the short and future term? What is your main goal yet to be achieved?
That's a very interesting question. Basically, for the first quarter of 2022, it's the private round, public rounds. Then we're going to do the DEX listing. Then we're going to work with smart contracts and the smart contract audit itself. Then, of course, we're going to try to include the play to earn mechanics in the game. We're going to work out the balance in the game. And, of course, the marketplace development. Around the second quarter of 2022, it's going to be sex listing and opening the marketplace itself, and the NFT hero market sale. And we're going to develop the core gameplay, including like the dungeons, the PvE and PvP battles. And then further into the future, it's going to be NFTs being integrated into the game, our token, Pride token, being integrated into the game, NFT crafting, adding the leaderboards, tourneys, lotteries, and all of those exciting opportunities. And then in like closer to the last quarter of 2022, it's going to be staking, multiplayer hub, some clans and clans tournaments, and adding all of those elements. And if we're talking about like long-term events that could happen, I think our main goal at the moment is just to earn our place in this niche, because it is a fairly new niche, and our game is like unique in a lot of ways, as its genre and its setting and how we develop um, the characteristic of the game. I think for us to earn that place in the niche of play to earn games and win the hearts of the audience, win the hearts of the players, that's our long-term goal, although it may be a bit obscure.
Okay, thank you. Now I finished my questions. Now, guys, watching the AMA, remember there is a giveaway. There is a link on the description and on the chat. The code will be shown here in a few moments. And then we thank you for answering my questions. Write your questions on the chat, and we're gonna start now. Okay. First of all, Santiago, do you have plans for esports? If yes, then how do you place it in your roadmap?
No, we currently do not have plans for esports because it's looking too complex at this moment. First of all, we are going to release the game and develop the game.
Okay, thank you. Uh, can we buy tokens using fiat currency too?
Liz.
Mm, sorry, can we buy tokens using fiat currency too? I believe at the moment I can't really answer that question, but we will certainly work it out in a minute and tell you all about it.
Okay, thank you. Now with the Rajesh, is there a augmented reality or virtual reality metaverse integration and cross metaverse access? Like, can we use our NFTs on, I don't know, on the sandbox, for example?
Not at this moment. As I said, first of all, we are focused on developing this current game with these current mechanics and look forward if we will have success to move forward.
Thank you. If I reckon correctly, you used Unity I forgot the name. You are using Unity, so did you use any Unity assets since you are rebuilding upon Unity?
Of course, yes, we do use Unity assets, but all assets are developed in our studio. Well, I'd say 90% of assets we use in the game is developed in our studio. It's characters, it's UIs, it's environment, and of course code base and everything related.
Okay, thank you. Now the next, do you have your it's the answer is yes. Do you have your own game studio or work with other developers? Can you please describe the experience of this team in previous game development?
We have our own game studio. We are a game development studio, Pride Game Studio, and sorry. Honestly, I didn't catch the second part of the question.
Sorry. Here you go. Can you please describe the experience of this team in previous game developments?
Our team developed the Exile survival game. The game is currently on Google Play and App Store. You can download, you can play it. This game is developed in our studio by our team members. Also, speaking about experience, for example, in my experience, there was Dragon Age Inquisition, there was Star Wars: The Old Republic, there was Halo 4, and many mobile games from our team. Also, there are guys who develop Mighty Party. It's RPG battler on mobile, and Dragon Worlds, also a very popular mobile game, and so on.
Now, when you talked about the mobile just now, the previous question about the if we can buy with fiat currency, I suppose he wanted to know if we can buy, I don't know, assets directly from the Apple Store or the Play Store.
No. No, all assets in the game we're supposed to guys could buy just in our marketplace for our token.
Okay.
Not for fiat, not.
Okay. Will be the game a real-time game or time-based game?
They will be mixed because all battles will be in turn-based because of we want to protect from technical side, from cheaters and from some other pros. But there will be some locations like home locations, the base location, and trader multiplayer hub trader locations. There will be real time, and player could use the direct input to the game.
Okay, thank you. How did you land upon the name Nomad Exiles? Is there an interesting story behind it?
Not really. No really interesting story because our base game called Exile Survival, so we just like the word exile and place it here also.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Is there a deflationary mechanism for the second token in order to control prices of in-game assets?
We have just one token. We don't have the second token.
Okay, thank you.
And the number is limited.
Is there going to be like I don't know in game? Sometimes there's like gold coin or gems. You won't have that on the game, right?
Yeah. We are currently developing this question to have some proxy currency in the game instead of token. There's some process and some cons about this conception, but we are currently developing this question.
Okay, thank you. Well, someone is asking if there's going to be a burning mechanism.
Yes, they will
Yeah.
take commission. Yeah, in the first year, we'll take commission and burn it in the first year, and the part of this commission will be burned in the second year.
Okay, so thank you. I've seen some questions that they're the same as the other I asked. So I think we covered most of it. Maybe you want to add something you think we may have missed. If not, we can just finish it here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Can't wait for the IDO on Seedify. Thank you.
So before leaving, so the private sale is going to be on the 17th of March with a vesting of 5%, then a cliff of 4 months and 12 months then for the vesting. And the IGO is 1 day later on the 18th of March. It's going to be a 10% at TGE and then 10% monthly. The private set price is going to be 7 cents and the IGO price is going to be 10 cents. So I think that's it. It's going to be on the BSC or Solana, by the way.
On BC.
Okay, thank you. So it's going to be on Binance Smart Chain, and that's it. Thank you for joining me today. Well, I just saw an interesting question. Shall we consider cross-chain development in the future?
Yes. Yes. The answer is positive.
Okay, so thank you. Remember, guys, to hit the like and subscribe button. Go check the Nomad social medias and the Seedify HODLers social media. Go follow them. And thank you for joining me today. Now we're gonna put a teaser of a trailer of the Nomad Exiles game. And thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for your time. It was lovely.
Bye. Bye.